We are now just 98 days away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film. Many different twists and turns, as well as surprises, will be applied to the final, movie of the Skywalker saga that's really going to end it all from the very start. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9 between the characters of Rey and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a description of Rey traveling to a place called the Lost City, where it's explained that she is in search of Jedi and Sith lore to discover many truths of the dark side and the light from the ancient times. It's explained that Rey eventually reaches the Jedi ruins, where it's explained that she comes across an ancient temple that once belonged to the First Order. It's explained that this is where she begins to hear the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi as she begins to meditate while holding the Skywalker saber. As this happens, it's said that Kenobi begins to appear in the distance in a similar way to how he did on Hoth in front of Luke. It's explained that Kenobi unveils to Rey a terrible secret about her, that she holds a dormant dark side power that is growing within her due to the rise of an enemy strong with the dark side, and that Rey begins to ask if it's Kylo, where Kenobi states that it is somebody else, a power that Kenobi finds very familiar yet different and cannot pinpoint as to who it really is, and that she must find it. Kenobi reveals to Rey that she must discover and rid of this evil that is causing the darkness to rise within her before Kylo gets over him into the unknown regions. Now, it's actually said to be a secret by Kenobi that he is said to reveal to Rey, where it's also to be Palpatine, without Rey and Kenobi knowing during this sequence in particular. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a film that's going to really center on Jedi, Sith, and Force lore, that's really going to evolve the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren from the very start of this movie all the way to the very end of the Skywalker saga, which really is a big deal. The fact that they are using a lot of Jedi relics and artifacts, as well as Sith relics and artifacts, to really tell the story, I think is very ambitious of JJ, and it's very much, I guess you could say, very, impressive of J.J. Abrams to really dig into Star Wars legends and to kind of insert specific types of material into such a big Star Wars film that's really going to end it all. Now, the one piece that I do want to go over is how Kenobi's Force Ghost, both in the form of a voice and in the form of an apparition, is actually said to reveal to Rey that she has a darkness that is growing within her. This is the terrible secret that Kenobi actually knew about for a while, and is now unveiling it to Rey within the Lost City itself. And what's so mysterious about this is that exactly what does this necessarily mean? Now, this could very well mean that Rey is indeed the granddaughter of Darth Sidious / Palpatine himself, as we have gone over many of the hints and or indicators due to some of the leaks before in the past couple of days, give or take, that Rey is indeed connected to that Palpatine bloodline in some way, shape, or form. So, with that being said, when we look at Episode 9, this movie really is very important to Disney and Lucasfilm. It's all about family, and they really want to focus on the concept of family. And let's not forget that during the rewrites of Episode 9 for November and December of last year, is that they changed Rey's lineage drastically in order to satisfy the audience. And they wanted to change her identity, in a very significant way that's really going to either top the I am your father moment from Empire, or to somewhat stay even with the I am your father moment. And the thing I think about this is that when we look at Rey as a character, a lot of fans have always wanted to know, why is she so powerful? Why does she have all these powers that she has? That's all going to be explained in Episode 9. Now, thankfully, Daisy Ridley confirmed this over at, of course, D23. She said everything that you need to know about Rey and everything that you want to know, like every little thing, will be answered in Episode 9. And that's all going to unfold in this movie. So that's one other thing to look forward to for Episode 9 by JJ. Now, the other piece that I do want to go over is that what's really intriguing is that Rey believes this to be Kylo at first, where in secret it's really Palpatine is the enemy that is growing through the ways of the dark side over in the unknown regions. And because of that, it's stirring up the dark side within Rey. And that's exactly why Kenobi tells Rey that she must go over to the unknown regions before Kylo does to wipe out this great evil. And that's a very interesting side of the story, that Rey and Kylo are going to go to the unknown regions to find Palpatine and to get rid of this ancient evil that's been around for a very long time. And I think that when we look at Episode 9 as a film, the fact that Palpatine is at the forefront and he really is the main character, they really have to pay close attention to how Palpatine is going to be utilized in the movie, how Ian McDiarmid is going to portray the character. That really is a vital part of how people are going to enjoy the film. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.